Today we're talking Chanel, Hermes, and the Row. So let's start with Chanel. Here we've got Dua Lipa flaunting a new bag, and this new bag apparently is deemed the it bag of the year, and they're calling it the Chanel 25 bag. Now, usually when Chanel comes out with seasonal bags, they don't bother to name them, and they usually are given very generic descriptions. This, however, as you can see, is called the Chanel 25 bag, which means that they intend for it to stay as part of their permanent collection, making it a quote-unquote classic. The last time they named a bag was the Chanel 22, and we know how much hype there was around that bag. So let's take a closer look. Here's the Chanel 25 in black, and it looks like it's in a shiny leather, either goatskin, calfskin, or lambskin, hard to tell. And here is the shoulder chain with the leather pad. So the leather pad is going to make it a bit more comfortable to wear on your shoulder versus just having the chains against you. And then you have these outside pockets on the sides of the bag, which I think have a lot of people excited. So obviously this little pocket can fit your phone. So you slip your phone right in there, and then the flap goes over it, so it's quite secure. Here's what the closure looks like, the main closure. So it's a CC chain drawstring, which is giving bucket tote vibes. So I feel like it's a bucket bag slash hobo comes together, and it's got an A shape. The side panels kind of come together as a triangular top. And then here's the back. Now the leather does look soft, so I think it's going to mold nicely to your body, making it quite comfortable. However, I do worry about wrinkling and wear. Now, I do appreciate when Chanel comes out with different styles like this, something unexpected with the exterior pockets, with the unique shape, and it's giving very relaxed, cool, casual. However, maybe it's the shiny leather. It's also giving glorified trash bag vibes, especially in the black color. Now, for those of you who are excited about this bag, if you like it, go for it. This is just my opinion. I also felt the same way about the Chanel 22, if you guys recall. Here it is in the suede. Gives a different look. It's softer. Let me know if you guys like the suede, but I do think that suede is very much seasonal. See the shiny black? I don't know. It's giving that trash bag gloss. So here from the Purse Bop, I saw this reel that they created, and it seems like people are going very, very crazy for it because she put her Birkin 25 inside the Chanel 25. Now, I don't know exactly which size this is, but there are different sizes. Maybe it's the biggest one. So she puts her Birkin 25 inside, and oh my goodness, it fits. It's a nesting doll. Wow. Now, why do we get so excited about this? It's going to be very rare occasions where we want to put our Birkin inside of the Chanel, right? Maybe for travel. But this seems to be garnering a lot of interest. Here's another reel that I found on Instagram. There are a lot of influencers right now promoting this bag already. So what do you guys think of this bag here? You're going to see a lot of unboxings and styling of the new 25 bag on social media. No doubt Chanel has probably sent this bag out to celebrities and big time influencers to help promote it. So I think we need to be prepared to see this bag a lot. Is it a bag though that you would have noticed on your own? Is it something that you would have gone crazy for if you walked into the boutique and just saw it sitting on a shelf? Do you think it merits all of this hype? Here's a final shot of the bag with a micro flap hanging off of it from the runway. Let me know what you think. Next, let's talk about Hermes. So I'm going to share with you Hermes financial results from last year. They actually had an outstanding year in 2024. This is all public information, so you can look it up yourself, but I thought I would share with you some of the highlights. Here's a snapshot of their revenue by sector or by category. You can see on the left all the different categories that they play in. Now, with the exception of watches, which saw a 4% decline in revenue, all of the other categories saw increase in revenue across the board. And so we're talking leather goods and saddlery, which jumped by 18% in revenue. And when we talk about leather goods, we usually think of the typical quota bags that everyone talks about. So the Birkins and the Kellys, and maybe we'll throw in the Constants. But we have to remember that Hermes is much bigger than just these bags. And even within the leather goods category, there's so many other bags that they offer. So the Archon bag was one of the bags that did really well last last year. And I have to admit, when this bag first debuted, it immediately caught my attention. It's the large silhouette, the round silhouette, the minimalist look, the practical, spacious design. I thought it was a good looking bag. The other bag that did really well last year was this Elan bag. Actually, it has a much longer name, but I'm shortening it and calling it the Elan bag for ease, but it's a simple shoulder/crossbody bag. They also did really well in the ready-to-wear category. So if you combine ready-to-wear and accessories, they saw a 15% jump in revenue last year, which is really healthy. Again, double-digit growth. And then in jewelry, you guys may know I'm a huge fan of Hermes jewelry. They did really well in jewelry as well, and also in homeware. So we're talking tableware, we're talking home decor objects, blankets, pillows. They make some really beautiful items for homeware. So combining those two categories, jewelry and home, that was a 12% increase in revenue. Also in beauty, in the beauty category, as well as the fragrance category, there was growth. So combined, that was a 9% increase in revenue last year, which is also really healthy. And by the way, Hermes is doing so well that they are planning to expand production. They opened its 23rd leather goods workshop, and they plan to open 3 more in the next 3 years. And they're also opening several more stores across the world. So that's exciting for the company. And one thing I will share is that as well as they've done financially, they are passing that along to their employees. I remember my sales associate sharing this with me personally as well, that whenever Hermes does well or exceeds expectations, the bonuses for employees also goes up. So more than 25,000 employees are getting a bonus of 4,500 euros. And I did the math on that, and that is a pretty hefty amount, no matter how wealthy the company may be. So if you're paying that much to each employee, that equates to over $117 million or over 112 million euros. I personally love hearing about how Hermes treats its employees well, especially when they're doing well financially. They pass it on to their employees and show their appreciation. It reminds me of that time that I had shopped at one of the boutiques in Atlanta, Georgia, and a really friendly sales associate had asked me where I was from. I said New York City, and then he proceeded to share with me a story about how a few years prior, the company did so well that management decided to fly in all of the sales staff from around the country within the US into Manhattan and treat them to hotel, Broadway show, and a dinner, all expenses paid. I think I get more excited hearing about companies that treat their employees well versus hearing about a new it bag. But anyway, that's it on Hermes. They're also introducing 11 new bags for spring summer, so stay tuned. And the final brand that we're going to talk about today is the Row, the brand created by the Olsen sisters. Remember when the Row Margaux launched a few years ago and it was all a buzz, continues to be a buzz, and people were saying, is it the new Birkin? Is this the new iconic it bag of the century? Well, it became quite popular and oversaturated over the last few years. So the Row is usually more known for quiet luxury, and this is no longer a quiet bag. It has been seen on the arms of many celebrities and influencers, and a lot of people went and bought this bag in the last couple of years. So now rumors are swirling that the Row Margaux is going to be discontinued. Some are speculating that it became way too mainstream and the brand no longer wants to have it out there, so they're going to discontinue it. Others are saying that they're just going to promote their new bag, which is called the Margaux bag. Very similar minimalist aesthetic. It's a large oversized tote. So some people are already saying that if indeed the Row Margaux has been discontinued, then the very next bag on their list is this Margaux bag. So I'm curious what you guys think, both about the Margaux bag being discontinued. If it is, do you care? And also, what do you think about the newer Margaux bag? Are you a fan of the Row in general? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.